Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we're reviewing the Kingsdown Prime Parkman. The Kingsdown is a brand that can be found in many retail stores and is also sold on their website. The Prime Parkman is a coil mattress made up of a 1.5-inch quilted cover, 1 inch of polyfoam, and a 7.5-inch coil unit, and 2 inches of support foam at the base. Just at a glance, I'm concerned that the lack of comfort materials is going to create pressure relief issues. The company claims their mattress has undeniable comfort, but is that really true? We put the Prime Parkman through our battery of 10 objective and data-driven tests to find out. Here is the Kingsdown Prime Parkman scorecard from our battery of objective and data-driven tests. As you can see, the scores are quite mixed. On the high end, response time earned a 10 out of 10 score, with edge support and sex close behind in the low 9s. Cooling scored an 8.0, while motion transfer, pressure relief, and company all fell between a 6.0 and a 7.2. However, the lowest scoring category was off-gassing with a score of 5.6. Ultimately, the Prime Parkman earned an overall score of 7.70. This is well below the average score and ranks it among the bottom 11% of all mattresses we've tested to date. There is only one firmness option available for the Prime Parkman. It has a firm feel, 8 out of 10 on our firmness scale, where 10 is the most firm. Next, we're going to talk through what the Kingsdown Prime Parkman does best. First, the mattress is offered at a price of $1249 for a queen. This price is a bit above average for a coil mattress, but it's not unreasonably high by any stretch. Second, the mattress has a lightning fast material responsiveness. In both of our tests, the Parkman is about as fast as it gets. The fast response ensures the mattress is easy to move around on and you can get in and out of bed without issues. Third, the Parkman has very high bounce, which is great for sex. The coil design and springy polyfoam create a traditional coil feel and easy movement. However, all mattresses aren't ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Prime Parkman. First, despite the very minimal sinkage the mattress offers, the surface struggles with heat retention. It's not terrible, but those who sleep hot or live in warmer climates may want to try a different mattress. Second, the Parkman is simply not all that comfortable. In our testing experience, we found the comfort layer is most likely too thin and results in notable pressure point buildup. As we'll talk about in just a moment, this issue is particularly present when trying to sleep on your side. Lastly, the mattress will cost you $150 if you decide to return it. This is among the most expensive return fees on mattresses we've tested to date. Your body weight and sleeping position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Kingsdown Prime Parkman is fair. During our test, I felt that the mattress had plenty of support. However, I also felt that the mattress significantly lacked sufficient pressure relief. For a mattress to feel supportive, it needs to create both adequate comfort and support. The lack of comfort and pressure relief on the Kingsdown means I couldn't comfortably lie in the same position for any extended period of time. As we discussed in our pressure relief test, the combination of poor material quality, firm feel, and minimal sinkage creates less than great comfort, which has a negative impact on the total support dynamic. The mattress is equipped with a 9.5-inch support layer. This is 1.62 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.88 inches based on all of our tests to date. Ultimately, the firmness of the mattress is the greatest limiting factor on whether you'll feel well supported. With a firm feel, this mattress is best suited to back and stomach sleepers and not a great fit for most side sleepers. Based on all my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident most sleepers will find support on the Kingsdown Prime Parkman is fair. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Prime Parkman has good cooling. During our test, I felt a slight level of heat retention on my body. The mattress uses a traditional quilted cover that's 1.5 inches thick and a 1-inch polyfoam layer for comfort. The foams retain more heat than average and also appear to struggle more with breathability. That said, this level of cooling performance isn't bad by any stretch, only that it could be better. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 91.1 degrees. This is 1.3 degrees warmer than the average of 89.8 degrees based on all of our tests to date. While I wasn't thrilled to see a higher than average max temp, I was pleased with the 0 to 1 minute temperature decline. After getting off the mattress, the temp declined by 7.1 degrees from minute 0 to 1, which is 2.5 degrees better than the average 0 to 1 minute decline of 4.6 degrees. Being that the max temp was higher than average, that temp decline isn't as impressive as it otherwise would be if the max temp was lower, but it's still a silver lining to the total cooling dynamic. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is good. For the sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman has very minimal sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 1.61 inches. This is 0.55 inches less sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.16 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates a floating feeling where sleepers lie more on the mattress as opposed to sinking down in the mattress. There is virtually no body contouring and no body hug. Overall, I found that the mattress feels incredibly cheap. The foam sounds crunchy, dry, and hard, even from the outside. This type of a sound is typically only seen on old mattresses nearing the end of their life. To see it on a brand new mattress is incredibly concerning. And then for a sake of comparison, here is a higher performance memory foam, so you can sort of see how it is supposed to sound when it's a nicer foam. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better, as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman has a moderate level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 11.23 meters per second squared. This is 28% more motion transfer than the average of 8.74 meters per second squared. This mattress has many design and material factors creating the conditions for higher motion. First, we have only 2.5 inches of comfort materials. This is considerably less thick than the average comfort layer thickness. In addition, the foams are highly responsive polyfoam that look and feel low quality. Both of these attributes mean that we see less energy dispersion. Lastly, bounce is notably higher than average. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.21 seconds. We then see a secondary spike from 0.57 to 0.65 seconds. Motion remains spiky thereafter, and it's not until 1.30 seconds that we return to near zero levels of energy. Both the motion intensity and motion duration are considerably worse than average. The thinner than average comfort layer, polyfoam, foam quality, high bounce, and firm feel are all contributing to the higher motion. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman has an extremely fast material response. In our most recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.2 seconds, which is 0.23 seconds faster than the average of 0.43 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.3 seconds, which is 0.67 seconds faster than the average of 0.97 seconds. This is tied for first with a number of other highly responsive mattresses we've tested. The combination of firm feel, minimal sinkage, limited foam, and only polyfoam comfort layers creates the right material conditions to create essentially instant material responsiveness. The fast response speed ensures you'll never feel stuck in the mattress, and it's easy to move around on. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman has a high level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 10.97 inches. This is 1.69 inches more bounce than the average of 9.28 inches based on all of our tests to date. When we consider the material design of the Parkman, it's easy to see why we have such a high level of bounce. This 12-inch mattress includes just 2.5 inches of comfort materials that sit atop a 7.5-inch pocketed coil base. The limited foam means there is less material capable of slowing down the high degree of bounce generated by the coil layer. When you combine these factors with the firm feel and minimal sinkage, it's able to easily deliver a higher than average level of bounce. The high bounce is great for ease of movement and sex performance, but it's also a significant reason for the higher motion transfer. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman has excellent sitting edge support and excellent lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 3.5 inches. This is 0.54 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.04 inches based on all of our tests to date. Lying edge support was equally as impressive. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt that support was excellent in all sleeping positions. The Prime Parkman's sitting and lying edge support performance benefits greatly from a combination of the firm feel and minimal sinkage created by the mattress at large. These performance attributes both work to create a more supportive mattress in general. In addition, the mattress is equipped with one row of reinforced coils that run along the entire perimeter of the mattress. These coils, in addition to the firm feel and limited sinkage, are helping to create fantastic edge support for both sitting and lying. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edge are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman has excellent sex performance. On the positive side, bounce is very high, edge support is excellent, and cooling is good enough. Bounce and edge support are by far the two most critical factors to help enhance amorous activities. The firmer feel and limited sinkage on the Prime Parkman create a high degree of support and pushback, which helps to enable a higher than average level of bounce. In addition, these same performance attributes, in combination with the reinforced edge support coils, create robust edge support. On the negative side, pressure relief is mediocre and noise is high. Weirdly, the foam layers on the Kingsdown simply create a higher degree of noise. If you're inclined to have a more surreptitious dance without pants, this increased noise could be problematic. All that said, and despite its shortcomings with respect to noise and pressure relief, the Kingsdown still earns an excellent sex score overall, in large part due to the high bounce and robust edge support. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman has a mediocre level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt notable pressure points on my body. More generally speaking, I found the mattress to not be particularly comfortable. The mattress is equipped with 2.5 inches of comfort material, which is 1.64 inches less comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.14 inches based on all of our tests to date. The foams look and feel lower quality. In addition, the foams sound crunchy, which is usually something you don't see in foams until they are nearing the end of their life. As foams dry out, they get more crunchy sounding, which also typically accompanies a decrease in comfort and pressure relief. The fact that these foams already sound this crunchy and dried out is incredibly concerning. The pressure relief experience on the mattress is incredibly disappointing. Mattresses that are firm and have more of a floating feel can absolutely create good pressure relief. However, it's considerably harder to create that balanced combination. In my view, the Prime Parkman fails to deliver adequate pressure relief through a combination of poor material quality and poor comfort design. When I consider our objective pressure mapping tests, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experience on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be mediocre. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong odor or an odor that dissipates more quickly are better. The Kingsdown Prime Parkman had a strong smell upon the initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 16 days. This is 9.5 days longer than the average smell duration of 6.5 days. For sleepers who are sensitive to strong smells, this could be a deal breaker. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Kingsdown mattresses come with a 100-night trial period and a 10-year warranty. Shipping is free, but if you end up wanting to return the mattress, returns will cost you $150, which is deducted from your refund. Most of these company terms are pretty disappointing. The trial is 79 nights shorter than average, and the warranty is shorter than average as well. Among the 300 plus mattresses we've tested to date, 75% of them have an average of a 13-year warranty, and the other 25% have lifetime warranties. Lastly, let's talk returns. At $150, this is the second highest return fee we've seen, only surpassed by Tempur-Pedic and Sealy at their whopping $175. Suffice to say, a $150 return fee is far from ideal. So, should you buy the Kingsdown Prime Parkman? To be frank, I really can't recommend it. While the mattress performs well in a few categories, including response time, edge port, and sex, it lacks in most others. However, my biggest issue with recommending it lies with the price and company policies. When we see performance score dip below an 8.0, it's usually accompanied by a sub $1,000 cost. At $1,249, we're at an above average price level while having a below average performance level. When you couple those issues with a $150 return fee, it really feels like a bad deal. Finally, this mattress just isn't that comfortable. At the end of the day, that's the most important performance criteria that a mattress needs to get right. Pressure relief was severely lacking in our test. When we consider the total picture, this is just not a mattress that I can recommend. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the mattress, we have a link in the description. For more from NapLab, you should get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.